Hey guys! Alright, so today we're going to be going over perspective drawings and quick thumbnail sketches for your project with Miss Green! Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Miss Green's going to tell us how to turn your toy ideas into your thumbnail quick sketches and some really good tips on perspective drawings for your projects. Yay, so excited. Thank you, Miss Green.
Yay! So Miss Terry told me that you guys are making toys for kids who will have some motor function issues or need some help. So the toys will be very block, very solid based, so it's easy to draw. If you have a ruler, you can use a ruler to draw a straight line across your page. So I'm gonna make mine, this is gonna be my page, and Miss Terry, I will move it like this so we can see more clearly. I'm going to draw a straight line across the middle-ish of the page. And I'm actually already kind of doing a quick trick, and I'll show it to you here. If you have a ruler, any math teachers out there is going to really appreciate this. I labeled X and Y just so you can tell the sides of my ruler apart. The X side of my ruler right up against the edge of my paper, or in this case, the edge of the black, right? Then I can make sure that the line I'm drawing is actually going to be a horizontal line going across the page left and right, because the ruler itself is creating one of those 90-degree angles. So that horizontal line going across, boom, 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 and then add kind of in the middle a vanishing point. If it makes you feel good to label VP, that's fine with me. It's not a necessity. For me in art class, if we call it the vanishing point and then it's VP, it's easier to find if like you don't really know what we were talking about at that moment. You want to throw in a question, what basic shape makes a cube?
Yes!
And then we can pause like Dora the Explorer. Kids, if you didn't get there, we're going to draw a square, right? So I'll draw a square down at the bottom right, and then that'll help show the perspective. I want to keep it below the horizon line is what I'm saying. Okay, so I'll start with just a regular square, and I'm even going to go with no ruler. I'll freehand it.
Freehand it.
I think it's a good practice for kids to draw both with some kind of ruler or freehand. And in art, I sometimes force them not to have a ruler to try and draw straight lines.
Straight line.
If you've gotten this far, Miss Terry, my next step, it will be easier with the ruler, but I'm going to show, like, what if you don't have a ruler at home? If you just have like a book, even a independent reading novel would work, because all you need is a strong, flat surface.
Okay.
Alright, so you go keep using your ruler. I'm going to use this handy dandy yellow book. And I'll angle this a little bit. What I'll do is match my corners of my square. I want to draw a line from this corner to our vanishing point. So I'll match up with my quote-unquote ruler, right? I have one side touching the vanishing point, and then I'm going to kind of keep my finger pressed there so it doesn't wiggle and move, while I use my other hand to shimmy it so that it's really just touching the corner. This is where Miss Green's OCD really comes and shines, right?
Has to be perfect straight lines.
Perfectly straight. If we're going to use something that makes our line straight, we might as well take the time to line up both sides of it as well. So if you just saw, I connected a corner to the vanishing point. I'm going to lift the book away. Ta-da! Look at that beautiful diagonal line.
Great!
This line, if you want a little vocabulary, this is called an, spelling, orthogonal line. Okay. This is called an orthogonal line. Element to match the other existing corners of my square Can you guess where they are all being drawn to?
The vanishing point.
Excellent. Okay. So
Vocabulary word.
vocabulary word. I'm going to throw out the orthogonal line vocabulary word again. How many orthogonal lines do we see?
There is 3.
There are 3, I agree. So there could be a 4th one coming from this bottom corner that I'm pointing to. Here's my hand, here it's pointing, right? But technically it is behind everything else. And so it's just gonna kind of muddy the drawing. We don't need it. And I think you don't need it for Project Leave the Way thumbnails. I'll start back with the ruler and then I'll show with like some random stuff too, because that's what we have at home, random stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm guessing that their toys do not continue forever, right?
Yeah.
They have a stopping point. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna change the colors so you can see. I'll go pink, no big deal. I bet kids thought I was gonna go with green. Just Carrie, I'm looking at this vertical line of my cube.
Okay.
Now it's green. And I want the next vertical line of my cube to also be vertical. A lot of times when I teach this in the art room, this is where things kind of get messy and kids get upset about their drawings. So This is where I'm focusing. Okay. So we're going to use the X and the Y of the ruler. And I'm going to put the short edge of the ruler along the bottom of my paper.
Okay.
And that will keep all of the lines that I draw on my ruler a vertical straight up and down line.
Okay. And it doesn't matter if your square that you drew, that line is not straight, right? Okay, cool.
Doesn't matter. What we are doing, this is why we learned the word orthogonal. What we're doing is placing a line in between 2 orthogonal lines.
Okay.
And because the orthogonals are both diagonal and not parallel, or they're going kind of their own direction, it's a little tough to know what truly is vertical. Again, I'm going to line the short bottom edge of the ruler along the bottom of the paper. So it's going to be flat along the paper. And then I can slide it towards my cube. And I'm gonna say about there. It's about an inch. If you want to use some measuring, I use fingers to measure, so it's about 2 inches. Oh, I'm sorry. It's about 2 fingers, which is 1 inch. My bad. All right. Now, if you see where I'm drawing, I'm only drawing a vertical line between 2 orthogonals. I know I'm probably making this more difficult than it has to be to make things like nice and straight. And I'll tell you, a lot of times kiddos, they tend to do like that as their vertical line, that blue one.
Yeah.
And then they get so bummed that their 3D drawing doesn't look good. So the way to avoid feeling bummed is to be kind of a pain and try to line a ruler or something flat.
Something flat at the bottom of the page.
Yeah. Let's say you don't have a ruler. Let's say you have an independent reading book, or in Miss Green's case, a journal. Okay. So same thing. You have a flat bottom plus a nice solid vertical. I'm going to use the spine side because I always got stuff coming out the other way. All right. So line the flat bottom up to the bottom of your page, and then slide the item so that it's where you want it to be on the orthogonal lines. And then trace.
Awesome.
Let's say you don't have books. Let's say you don't have extra papers. You don't have nothing. Okay. If you have 2 hands, I don't think we have kids who don't have 2 hands. I don't know. All right. Okay. Literally take your hand, so it'll be my left hand because I write with my right. Okay. Make an L, make the letter L. There's a horizontal. here's a vertical. Line your L, your letter L with your hand up with the bottom of your page. And my index finger is just long enough to match where I need to go vertically. So I can kind of trace my finger to get an idea. All of that work, Miss Terry, was just for one vertical line. We're going to repeat it for a horizontal line. So the only thing we would need to do is change the orientation of the ruler from vertical on our page.
Up and down, like a jump shot.
Like a jump shot. Okay, well then what's the equivalent to a horizontal?
I guess that would be like a juke. No, like you juke.
Okay, oh,
Yep, you can do a juke.
yeah.
Not going side to side. You can do that. Okay.
All kids just laughed at us. All right, so same idea. You're gonna take the short edge of the ruler or whatever you're using. You're gonna take one edge of the thing and line it up now with the side of your paper. So we were working at the bottom, now we're working on the side. Then you can pull your ruler down while it's still matched to the side of your page. And what I'm looking for is when this ruler touches the
vertical line.
second vertical line that we drew.
Okay.
So, all right, so sliding it down until it touches that green line matching the orthogonal. I'll tell you, Miss Terry, this horizontal is where we will get the most mistakes. Okay, so if I move my ruler away, I still only drew between two orthogonal lines.
Mm-hmm.
If I move my ruler away, I've created a pretty good 90-degree angle, which closes the back of my cube.
Okay.
So from here, the only thing I think your kids would need to do is eliminate or erase the back side of the orthogonal lines.
Yep.